Okay, today we're doing a speaking activity, and the question is talk about a person who has impacted your life and made you a better person. And Soraya has volunteered.
Thank you so much, teacher. My father has had a big impact on my life. He has always been there for me, giving me advice and support whenever I face a challenge. His wisdom and encouragement helped me feel confident and more forward. I am very thankful for the advice he gives me. He is not just my father, but also my role model. He is wise, patient, hardworking, and always grateful. More than anything, he is my best friend. We don't keep secret from each other. I can talk to him about anything. We share everything, and he always gives me a good advice to help me find the right way forward. Because of him, I have become stronger and more thoughtful person, someone who reflects before making decision, face challenge with confidence, speak up for what I believe in, and stay determined. Thanks to my father, my life has changed in many ways. He has guided me to become a better person, on who others respect and appreciate. I am very thankful for his love and support, and I always pray for him. Thank you.
Beautiful, Soraya. Beautiful, you were so organized, and but what I like best about what you did is you spoke from the heart. Okay, and you made sure you've really learned how to communicate in English because you were very very careful the way you were speaking. You wanted to be sure that your message is clear, and this is one thing that I always emphasize to my students. Don't always think that if you speak faster your English is better. Nope. Clarity is the key. Clarity is the key. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Soraya.
Thank you.
I'm impressed. Okay, next, Benny. Benny, when you speak, please open your camera, okay? Yeah.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Uh, the assignment for me is to discuss a person who has significantly impacted my life. One person who has had a profound impact on my life is my former teacher, Mrs. Oyedele. I met her during secondary school days when she taught me English language and literature. Her exceptional teaching skills, patience, and genuine interest in our students' success left an indelible mark on me. Mrs. Oyedele's influence on me was multifaceted. Firstly, she instilled in me a love for literature and language, which has become a lifelong passion. Her teaching methods were engaging, and she encouraged critical thinking and creativity. Beyond academics, she mentored me, offering guidance and support during challenging times. Her words of encouragement and constructive feedback helped build my confidence and self esteem. The impact of Mrs. Oyedele's influence on my life has been transformative. She inspired me to pursue higher education and motivated me to become a better version of myself. Her emphasis on the importance of hard work, perseverance, and resilience has helped me navigate life's challenges. Furthermore, she modeled exemplary leadership and compassion, qualities I strive to emulate in my interactions with others. As a result, I have become more empathetic, open minded, and driven. Due to Mrs. Oyedele's significant influence, my life has become purposeful direction. I now pursue opportunities with renewed enthusiasm and gratitude. Our legacies continue to inspire me to make a positive impact in my community. I have also developed a deeper appreciation for the teaching profession and the profound impact educators can have on students' life. In conclusion, Mrs. Oyedele's mentorship and guidance have been instrumental in shaping me into the person I am today. I am, and I remain forever grateful for her presence in my life. Thank you.
I am touched by the tribute that you gave to your teacher, and I hope one day a student can speak the way you spoke about me. And because one of the best gift that you can give to the teacher are these beautiful words of honoring the person and validating our hard work and our dedication in this profession. And so, uh, Benny, is your teacher? Where is your teacher right now? This
She,
lady,
yeah, she's back home in Nigeria.
is
She's in
she
Nigeria.
is she retired or still working?
She's retired.
Benny. My advice to you, because she's retired, obviously she's over 65. My advice to you is rewrite this essay that you wrote, turn it into first person,
Okay.
because you spoke about her in the third person, right?
Yes.
Like she, like turn it into no, actually second person. Turn it into you. So my advice to you is take a look at this essay again that you wrote, and then turn it into you, and retype it and send it to her.
Okay.
Send it to her. I'm telling you, that is one of the best gifts you can give her. Life is not always material things, but if you could give this to your teacher, she will feel that, okay, God, thank you for bringing me to this profession, because I believe I am able to impact other people, and now I can rest, because knowing that I have done something positive and life changing for other people. So like do it as soon as you can, Benny, because sometimes it will be too late, if you know what I mean, right?
I understand. I
Yeah, yeah,
understand.
do it. Do it,
Okay.
like, and she will be very proud of you, and you will also feel good that you're able to do it, because
Okay.
what you said about your teacher is so touching and so powerful and so beautiful, and I know that one day one student will write about me in that capacity. Yeah, congratulations, Benny. Very, very organized, beautiful vocabulary, beautiful connectives. You use a lot of conjunctive adverbs, and you had a very effective conclusion. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, you're welcome. So, Benny, okay, yeah, I'm serious about, you've got to send this to your teacher in
Okay.
the
I will.
second person, and
Okay.
send it to her. Type it or handwrite it,
Okay.
or you can email if you can. If you
Okay.
don't know the email, ask somebody from your community to find out, to visit the teacher and get the email.
Okay.
You have
Oh,
connection, right?
yeah. Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
that's my suggestion to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Hadi, next.
Excuse me, I am not ready yet.
Why you
I,
volunteer?
I made a mistake. Press the hand right.
Okay, no problem. It's funny, huh? Um, Yeah, you volunteer. Okay, forget it. We are recording. We am. Go ahead. We is
Yes.
your yeah is your name Wiam or Weem?
It's actually like, we have I am and we have we are. Imagine if we goes with am, so it's we am.
So we am. Okay, beautiful name. Beautiful name. We am.
Okay.
It's like the singer. Well, I am. You know, there's a singer. Well, I am.
Okay. No, I
Yeah,
had no
yeah.
idea.
There's a singer called Well, I am. Okay, so we am. Okay, go.
Okay, just 1 second. Fine. Um, the task was about a person who has impacted my life. So when I think about someone who has significantly impacted my life, my math teacher immediately comes to my mind. I first saw him on the first day at high school. Back then, I was not really into math and never paid attention in lessons. I was thinking math is boring. I even had a novel hidden inside my math book and I was secretly reading it. Unfortunately, the teacher noticed and he asked me to stay to talk to him after class. I was nervous, unsure of what is he going to say. But when the bell rang and the classroom emptied, he asked me why I wasn't paying attention. I hesitated for a moment, but then I told him that I think math is boring and I don't think it is important. The teacher smiled and shared with me his experience and explained to me that math was not just about numbers, but also about problem solving and understanding the world in a different way. He told me that every subject has its challenges, but it was up to us to find the value of it. The conversation changed me completely. From that day on, I started paying more attention in class, and gradually I developed my skills in math, and it became more than a subject to me. It became a tool I could use to think and solve problems. I even studied engineering in college, which would have never happened without that teacher. Looking back, I realized how much that moment shaped my mindset, not just in math, but how I approach challenges in life. He did not just teach me math, he taught me how to learn and and he changed the path of my future.
Beautiful, Wiam. Beautiful, Wiam. Like I like the way you wrote it, and I like that you wrote it, and I felt that what you wrote was not a lie. You did not create a story to make up a good essay. You wrote about it from your heart, from your memory, and it was very effective. And I like the way you opened it, you expanded it, and you added information, and at the end, you relate it to you. Like how, the last part of what you said was so impactful. Yeah, you know what I mean? And when you said, a very good conclusion, that you learned not only this, but more importantly, you learned this. That is wonderful. What excellent strategy. Congratulations. Now I understand why you are confident today because I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, so any other volunteer? If there's no more volunteer, we're gonna move on to the next lesson. Okay. Oh, Marco is volunteering. Liam, do you want to listen to Marco? I'm kidding. Okay, Marco, go.
Okay. So, a person that has undoubtedly had a major impact on my life is my long standing friend Giordano, to whom I owe all my never ending gratitude. We got to know each other when we were kids at the primary and secondary schools, attending the same classrooms until the age of 14. Our education paths partially split at high school, but being enrolled in the same institutes, it used to happen that we came across each other very often, and that gave us chance to strengthen our friendship. Unfortunately, we lost touch during the university years since we chose different fields of study, and although we were living in the same city, our university departments were distant one from the other. Some years later, as into each life some rain must fall, I went through some. I went through tough times. I found myself alone, dejected, and worried about the troubles that my family and I had to handle. One day, I received a totally unexpected phone call by Giordano. After ages, we didn't get in touch. He was genuinely unaware of my situation and just wanted to know how I was doing. That was the beginning of a renewed friendship that helped me significantly to face the adversities. I have never found better empathy in any other individual than in Giordano. His ability to understand my feelings, to ask the right questions, and to speak the right words is impressive and a true blessing for quite an introvert person like me. Needless to say that he's a splendid listener and one gifted with a great spirit of initiative. Although sometimes I guiltily declined his invitations and I avoided his attentions, he never gave up with me and always proved to be understanding and forgiving. I definitely can state that he did change my life in that he taught me the meaning and the value of true friendship. Thank you.
This is beautiful, Marco. Like while you're talking, I remember like my close friend in the U.S. He's a medical doctor, and we've been friends since high school, and we communicate maybe 3 times a year because he's also very busy, right? And you reminded me when you talk about, is it Giordano? You said when you spoke about Giordano, you reminded me of my close friend, my close friend in the U.S. And yes, and you are very strong, Marco, in vocabulary. You know, you are so strong in many areas of the English of the vocabulary, because vocabulary could be adjectives, adverbs, conjunctions, and you have all of these in your essay. And so um, just be careful with your preposition, because sometimes the most difficult part of the English language sometimes is the use of the preposition, like what preposition goes with the verb. Because phrasal verbs, which is a part of our lesson in 789, um, is, is something that you have to memorize, because normally phrasal verbs, no rules, you've got to memorize. But overall, your vocabulary, your adjectives, your adverbs, significantly, like all of these beautiful things. I need to take a look at what you wrote, because it's so, I can use it to as an example, like as a template when I teach in the future. That's why I hope that you submit it in on Avenue.
Mhm.
Okay,
That's great.
because I like to take a look at it, and then I can also like highlight, uh, because I heard you missed something, like the preposition, and I forgot what it is. You said by instead of on. It should be on, right? But you said by. And so, and as usual, your English is very clear. You spoke with the right feelings. I could feel when you were talking about your friends. I could feel that you were telling a true story, that the person really impacted your life. And I just realized, everybody, that we're talking about impact, right? That's why you are speaking this way. Like it's because, like when Liam wrote about, the person who impacted her life, she was also from the heart, right? And and Soraya, right? The way Soraya wrote, I mean, spoke it, it's also from the heart. And then I realized that it's the topic that made you really feel what you're talking about. And also, when we spoke about her teacher, you spoke about your teacher, William, right? You know what? You actually woke me up. I owe my four teachers a gratitude letter. You reminded me that my teacher Jenny and John. That's why I told Benny, right? You've got to do it while the teacher is alive, because Jenny and John, my two teachers, they already died, and I was not able to say thank you to them. And I only have like two teachers that they still communicate with me on Facebook. And actually, the other one, the third one, his name is Andres. He also passed away like only 2 years ago. And I promised to visit him, and I couldn't. And now it's too late, you know. And so, yes, going back to Marco. Marco, you are a very strong student, and I really admire you and your hard work and your dedication. And you are a respectful person as well. Mama did a great job. Yeah,
Thank you.
your parents did a great job with you. Okay.
So,
Okay. Yes. And your wife is fortunate. No, I'm not even kidding. I'm not kidding. Okay. Okay. I can. Okay. Who else wanna volunteer before we start something? Now, if you don't wanna volunteer, because actually this activity actually. Okay, can you please remind me, Marco? This activity is writing on Avenue or speaking?
I thought it was writing.
Okay.
I can see it now. Submission status.
This this is also recording on it. So you write it down and then you record it and submit it.
Yes. Yeah, but you could not record, right? Because Avenue is not working very well. Is that
I
correct?
did. I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to it.
I did too. I
Benny,
did
you
too.
also you succeeded in recording?
Yes, yes, please. Yes.
Wow. You know my night school? Mama mia. Teacher, teacher, teacher. Yeah, we are recording. I don't want to say anything. Okay. Julie and Fernando, are you gonna read what you wrote, or you have a question?
I tried to say that I already recorded, but I'm trying to listen in after recording, but it's like a mute. I don't know if you can try to listen it.
Okay, okay. I'll try to listen
Yes,
after
because
class.
when I recorded, I can listen in that time, but now when I try to listen again, it's like a mute. It's weird.
Mhm. Yes. Well, okay. Yeah. Thank you, Fernando. I'll check. I'll double check, Fernando. Julie, do you want to read your essay, or
I
you have a question?
I also recorded. I didn't type it, but I'm not sure if you were able to listen it.
Yes. Okay. But do you have a hard copy of it?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Okay. Do you want to read it right now, or another time?
Sure, I can read it now.
Okay. So everybody, Julie is gonna read her essay, and then after
It's
that,
very short.
yes, and after that, we're going to proceed to our lesson, to our main lesson today. Okay, Julie, go ahead.
Okay.
Julie, please open your camera when you're talking.
Okay. I'm gonna talk about my mother. Okay. So my mother has significantly impacted my life. She has been my constant love, support, and inspiration. My mother has always been an example for me. She's a strong woman who always worked very hard to provide for our family. Despite how hard she worked, she always have time for us. She's a very kind and generous person. She has taught me to love, care, and give back to people. What I admire most about her is her strength. No matter how hard things were going for her, she never gave up. My life was impacted in many ways because of my mother. Most of my strongest values come from her. She told me all the time to be honest, kind, and generous. I am very grateful and appreciative for for her love, support, and guidance.
Mhm. Julie, is your mom in Canada?
No, she's in Mexico.
Okay. Does she speak English or no?
No, she doesn't.
So, Julie, this is my because what you wrote is so powerful. And so you reminded me of my mother and what I failed to do when she was alive, right?
Yeah.
And so I got like emotional a little bit, right? And I'm a man, you know? Okay, so Julie, my advice to you is translate this into Spanish and turn it into second person communication, and then give it to her as a gift on Mother's Day next year, or this Christmas, you know, and because what you wrote is so powerful, and so I'm so deeply touched by and the way you were speaking it, you know, I could feel that you miss her. Yeah, you know what I mean? I felt it, like your eyes, your face, you know, the way you, you know, it's so cute, you know. Okay, thank you so much for sharing. Okay, okay. So everybody, just make sure that you recorded it, right? But just to be sure that I can see it, also send me a hard copy of no, not hard copy, send me the type this on Avenue, or send it as an attachment, or submit it as an attachment, so I can download, fix it, and hopefully return it to you um before this class ends. Okay, so yes. So okay, let me just get a reaction from Manjit and Jane. Can you please open your camera? Jane and Manjit. Manjit, what is your reaction? What is your reaction uh, to what you heard today from the students? Any reaction?
Um, I think they all did a great job. Uh, VM talked about her mathematics teacher, uh, which I like most, and Toki talked about her English teacher,
Mm,
and Marco talked about his friend,
mm,
and one other person talked about his father, and recently Juliet talked about her mother.
mhm. Yeah, like going back to, yeah, thank you, Manjit. Going back to Benny, actually Benny's validation of his teacher is so powerful. You know, Benny, I really want you to communicate this with your teacher. You know, especially now that she is retired.
Okay.
Yeah, please take my suggestion.
Okay.
Yeah, if okay, between this letter and $100 to send her, I would prefer that you send the letter, because the letter you cannot buy.
Okay.
You cannot buy this honor, this validation. Money you will spend, but this validation is something that you will carry as an inspiration. It's like a light, and it's like you're carrying this inspiration as you wake up in the morning, as you make your breakfast. I'm not. I'm talking about your teacher. As she
Okay.
makes and she will think of you, imagine you. Oh, this little boy. Yeah, you know what I mean. Jane, Jane. Are you here? Okay, let me stop the recording. Jane is not here.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm cooking.
Okay, Jane, were you listening to the people reading?
Yeah, just now I did. While listening, I do housework.
Okay. So okay, I have not stopped the recording yet. So do you want to say, okay, how did you feel about what you heard from the students today?
It's a very complex feeling, to be honest. um,
It's
uh,
only complex because you're not paying attention.
yeah, exactly. But anyway, I want to say, I felt I'm very lucky. I wasn't absent today because I think that I have met some very, positive students, classmates here. And to be honest, Andrew, just now we're cooking. I say thank you in my heart because I think after talking with you, I think I feel much more confident than the minutes ago. To be honest, I just changed my, my dresses, and I felt, oh, I'm very confident, similar as before. To be honest, just suddenly, after talking with you, I think that yeah, hey Jay, you are also very, positive, who is talkative, yeah, girl before, yeah, in your before life, but. After talking with you, and you said that you wear white dresses, and it's your everything changed, and I think that's why before in my life I'm also very positive and talkative and socialized, to be honest. And I suddenly, when you talk about your story, it really influenced me. I told me, hey Jane, as in your previous life you're very positive, but why you are so not so good situation before, but now I met Andrew. You see, your history, anyway, your background. So
Mhm,
you could. I also why not change? Immediately. So I
mhm.
changed my dresses, and even though I cook, yeah, I'm very, to be honest, I'm very happy here, and I hope that yeah, even though because I have to take care of my son and also do housework, but it's no problem. Even though I can the same as before, confident, because many people here they're very confident to express
Yeah.
themselves. So, hey Jane, come on, just yeah, I really my inner feelings. So that's why I really complex. That's why complex. I feel very touched. Yeah, very happy here. I hope that from during I'm sure my confidence will come back very soon because I learn very quickly, especially after I was influenced by Mr. Andrew.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, exactly. So that's why I say complex, but I want to express my thanks to Marcia. Masa just now reminded me how to see website college. I will do that absolutely, and I will also thank everybody here. And I, I think that I'm good at after getting the confidence, I can do everything. Really, just now that okay, I'm good at international trading, help me earn money. I just find some, yeah, I can continue do some trading work. I can continue my study. As a teacher told me, I have to balance. I think that I have balance. I have ability to balance work, balance take care of my
Absolutely.
son and improve myself. That's
And you're
always the
social.
way I did in China. So thank you. Today I learned. So that's why complex, because I think that I was deeply influenced here by every students here, and I was touched by their, I heard their essay, the shout about their teachers and about the father, about, yeah, I just told myself, come on, Jane, to continue to be a shining girl. And I was influenced by Andrew, just a few words, for few of your words make me feel confident once again. I will continue to play my play my good role in life in society, and keep shining. I just so that's
You know,
why I feel complex here.
yeah,
Yeah,
Jane. Jane, I like in 1 hour you changed.
yeah,
And
exactly.
so, yeah, in 1 hour you changed, and you can now say that Andrew has impacted your life.
Exactly. You know, just now you told me why you were not, why you didn't get a job in the hotel 5 star there because your image something like that, and then you found it in magazine advertisement, and you become a teacher.
It's
But
true. Like me, Jane, and everybody, when something happens that does not favor me, I always and I'm very analytical. I analyze. I do not say to myself, what did I do wrong? No. Look at William. When I said to William, did you see my notes? And William said to me, why? This is a problem? William, that reaction is not good. You've got to believe in yourself. Do not say that don't always think that when people are telling you something that there is a problem. No, okay. So when something does not work in my favor, Jane, what I do is I try to study the situation. I try to analyze and find out where else I can improve. I am not like, oh, what did I do wrong? I'm not like this. Okay, how can I improve this? How can I pass through this? How can I be a better person? How can I be more careful next time? I'm like this. That's why you see me, I'm confident, I'm positive, I'm caring, I'm loving. It's because that's the thing. I think it's a part also of my family and my education, because in my background, like for example, when I was a new teacher before I came to Canada, when I was a new teacher, after the graduation, we and the school principal and the teachers would sit down together and speak about what did we do great, and if we did not do great in one area, how can we improve it? I do not see this in Canada. In Canada, you do wrong, you do not so good, everything is okay. I don't know if you noticed this. I'm so sorry, I'm recording. Let me stop. I'm gonna stop the recording.